Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your reading for 2024. This is for Scorpio and Scorpio rising. And if you're new to my channel, I do a traditional Celtic Cross spread. I also use astrology and my guides to help bring a lot more clarity, to get more specific and detailed with your reading, Scorpio. I do this because you know I love you. I want you to feel like it's a personal reading, as if we're here one-on-one, rather than a general spread. Lastly, I use astrology because it offers a lot more depth to your reading. So Scorpio 2024, I want you to get really excited. It is going to be a year. It's going to be a great year. It's going to be a year with some really significant eclipses. It's going to have and keep in mind, we've left the Scorpio Taurus axis, so no eclipses in your sign. All right, no more like unexpected surprises. We also have some really great new moons, some that I haven't seen in a really long time. We have some really great full moons as well. And 2024 is the year of conjunctions. And so the easiest way to explain it is that conjunctions are like the highest degree of auspicious aspects with the planets. So there are so many that it is like countless. So it's some that we haven't seen in 13 years. I mean, 2024 is going to be a year to remember. It will be a life-changing year. It's going to be a huge year. Now, for you particularly, it is going to be a really big year, and I'm gonna break it down. But before I do that, I want to let you know that 2024. I've been kind of making the analogy. 2024 is like the middle child of 2023 and 2025. 2024 is just going to feel it's like, think about the middle child, right? Someone who is very independent. There's a lot of independent energy, especially with Pluto moving into Aquarius being the independent sign. But it is also a year where you're going to be learning a lot. It's going to be there's a lot of growth with y'all, especially learning a lot, taking action, a lot of self-sufficiency, but also getting away with a lot of things too. I honestly love 2024. And so it is going to be a year where a lot of things that happen in 2024, a lot of the actions that you take in 2024 will really determine where you're at in 2025. And I can't say the same thing for 2023 because 2024 just has so many different aspects and a lot, again, that are huge, incredibly huge. So it is going to be a big year. And the reason why I do bring up 2025 is because I need to let you know now, 2025 is possibly one of the most important years of the decade. You may hear some other people say it is the most important year of the decade. The reason why is because not only do we have Venus retrograde again, we have Mars retrograde. All right. We also have the shifting of the nodes. They're moving into Virgo and Pisces. And so the biggest thing of 2025 is that all the outer planets are moving signs. So yes, this does include Neptune, which has been in Pisces since 2011. Okay, moving into Aries. We also have Saturn moving into Aries. We have Uranus, which has been in Taurus since 2018, moving into Gemini. And of course we have Pluto, which is already, 2024 going to be moving into Aquarius. It's going to be a big thing for the next 20 years. So it's going to be there permanently. Okay. And then Jupiter moving into Cancer. This is going to be an absolutely big thing. Jupiter is exalted in Cancer. So you see 2025, huge year. But 2024, just as very, very important. Okay. So 2024 for Scorpios, the first half of the year, it's all about partnerships, all about relationships. You're going to feel, a lot of y'all are going to be meeting your soulmates, getting your dream jobs, having the, perfect CEO, the perfect, maybe you start your own business. It's going to be really busy, but then family and home life is going to be a really big thing for you now. Okay. Really big thing, because that's where Pluto and Aquarius is moving into your fourth house. So you're going to be having a lot of activity around there, because not only is that happening, and again, for 20 years, there's an overlap with Saturn and Pisces. Remember, Saturn's moved direct. Okay. Saturn's got out of bed. Saturn has drank his coffee. He's ready to go. Okay. Saturn and Pisces in your fifth house. So you see the overlap. Fifth house is not only love, and romance and pleasure, which is great, but it's like family and children, creativity, self-expression, and procreation. A lot of y'all are going to be having kids. Let's get it out there. We're going to put it out there. A lot of y'all are going to have kids, especially out of all the signs, it's y'all are the most likely to, especially with the overlap of Pluto in Aquarius, Saturn in Pisces, Jupiter in Taurus for y'all. Wow, really big thing. And you know, if sure, I'll put it out there. You will possibly also have the most sex out of all the signs. Looking at what's happening for y'all. If that's something that's of concern, just know that that's going to be a big thing for y'all, okay? Really big thing for y'all. And we'll break this down a little bit more. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually break down every month. And I'm going to tell you what are the most important things that are happening every month for you, Scorpio. And then I'm going to do your spread. And then after I do your spread, I'm going to break it down seasonally. So then I'm actually going to go through every date that's most relevant for Scorpios, okay? So this is going to be really fun. And because it is like so many notes that I have, I do have to wear my glasses. So we're kicking off 2024 with Pluto moving into Aquarius. Now, this is a big deal. Again, this is something that, okay, let me just tell you how big of a deal this is. Pluto hasn't been in Aquarius for 250 years, okay? And so with that said, not all of humanity, not everyone that's lived on this planet has experienced Pluto in Aquarius. We're pretty unique and special in the fact that we get to experience Pluto in Aquarius, okay? This is, and speaking of humanity, Aquarius is a sign of humanity. So you are going to be see a big shift there. But again, we'll talk. I'll probably do like a separate video on Pluto and Aquarius. For you particularly, Pluto and Aquarius, like I said, fourth house. Okay, just think empowerment, a lot of change, a lot of again, I'm going to talk about, I'll do a separate video. But fourth house is your domestic sector, so significant other, so your home. Okay, a lot of activity. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of y'all move in with partners. I wouldn't be surprised if you are in a relationship, you decide to buy real estate or do something or with real estate. It's also family. It's parents, it's children, a lot of activity around there. Okay. Remember, Saturn is in Pisces overlapping Pluto and Aquarius the entire year. And Saturn and Pisces is in your fifth house, which also rules like family and children and whatnot. So again, really big thing. And if you do want to, I did make a reel on my Instagram and it's pinned at the top where I discuss Pluto and Aquarius a little bit more on why this is so significant. But just know we're going to talk about this a lot later. Now, February, really love that Mars and Venus will be conjuncting Pluto in Aquarius. We're already kicking it off. Like, I would not be surprised if you are already moving in the beginning of the year. Remember, Aquarius is your fourth house, your domestic sector. And so we're in Aquarius season already. So again, will not be surprised if you're thinking about it, maybe even getting a roommate, maybe, we're talking Venus here too, right? So maybe even thinking about beautifying your home, remodeling your home, doing things like that. But again, keep in mind, this is parents and children as well. A lot of activity around there. Now, in March, we come to the first eclipse, the lunar eclipse in Libra. This is going to be a big one for you, okay? Because Libra is your 12th house. There is going to be a sense, and this one it's probably the most serious eclipse of the year. This is definitely going to be something. Don't forget, the South Node moved into Libra back in July. Okay. It's going to be in Libra all year long. So this is going to be a big thing. There are some things that you're going to dig deep. Okay. You're going to dig deep. You're going to be letting some things go around this time in March. Now, in April, this is big. So April and May, by the way, are the two biggest months of 2024. That this is when your life starts changing dramatically. But then again, looking at what's going on for you, the most dramatically out of a lot of the signs. And I'll explain that in a second. In April, we have Jupiter, Uranus conjuncting in Taurus. And so many people may say this is the best day of not only the year, but of the decade. Okay. This is that aspect that it hasn't happened in 13 years. This is so powerful. This is like a rebirth. And so this is happening in your seventh house of partnerships and relationships. Okay. Now, when I say partnerships, relationships can be career, can be love, can be BFF energy. It can be anything that, what partnership that, matters to you around that time. Now, that's not it. In April, we also have a solar eclipse in Aries. And of course, I'm going to tell you the dates when I break it down later. Okay. But I'm just letting you know everything for every month. So we have the solar eclipse in Aries, and this one is like coming in hot. This one's coming in hot. Get ready for this. Prepare for this one. And it's a good one. I like it. It's really a big one though. In May, I do love the Sun and Venus conjuncting Uranus and Taurus. So again, a lot of activity with partnerships, relationships for you. You see how you're ascending in partnerships and relationships. A lot of y'all could be getting new jobs. Maybe you own a business and partnering up with someone else for success. Or again, a lot of y'all are definitely going to get married. A lot of y'all are definitely going to get move in with someone or take a relationship to the next level. There's a lot happening here. In May, what else is happening? The Sun conjuncting Jupiter. Again, that's good. Well, actually, that is going to be the luckiest day of the year. Luckiest day of the year. Again, I'll tell you when that is, because in May, the third big thing. That's right, 3 huge things happening in May. Jupiter moves into Gemini. When Jupiter moves into Gemini, Scorpio, let me just tell you right now, that's your 8th house. So the 8th house is transformation, it's life cycles, it's death and rebirth, but also you are the native ruler of the 8th house. So when I look at what's going on for you, your life is changing between April and May. You're going to be in a completely different place, perhaps even like at the point you watch this reading. All right. So, and these are all auspicious changes. All right. So this is really, really big. And Jupiter's going to be in Gemini for an entire year. So we're talking up until June 2025. So you're going through some really deep transformations, but 8th house is also, and it's like you rule that. So it's like you love it. You love it. You love it. The other thing is that 8th house also rules other people's resources, like shared resources. So you could have so much activity with investments, inheritance, bonuses, commissions. Remember, Jupiter is the planet of good luck, prosperity, expansion, profit, good fortune. And so, wow, you could be raking in money, especially with Pluto, your ruling planet in Aquarius in your 4th house, which does some of y'all could open up Airbnbs, things like that. Just think like even like passive income, like you'll see what you'll see. It's going to be a big thing. Now, when we get to June, Jupiter's trining Pluto. So what does this mean? This is the best money day of the year. Big one. Remember, these conjunctions and trines are very auspicious, and we're talking about Jupiter here. Now, we get to July. Mars conjuncting Uranus and Taurus. We are going to talk about this. This is going to be a big thing. The major thing, because remember that still is that's your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. Now August, we come to one of my favorite new moons. It's in Leo. August is when I feel like a lot of y'all are going to be getting new jobs or ascending in your career. Okay, we'll talk about that later. September, lunar eclipse in Pisces. Okay, very, very interesting. This is, again, your 5th house of pleasure, love, romance, recreation. Even, like when I say recreation, pickleball, whatever, something that brings you a lot of fun. It is the house of pleasure, right? But also procreation. So again, a lot of you are going to have babies. It's so like clear as day here. So it's very, very interesting because this is a lunar eclipse in Pisces. Remember, Neptune is in Pisces. Also remember, Saturn is in Pisces. And then this is all leading up to not only, Venus is going to retrograde in Pisces in 2025, but remember the nodal shifts. So the North Node is moving into Pisces in 2025, your destiny, your true calling. So a lot of y'all are in the process of building this big family, building like a sanctuary within home, build it like, and doing things that you love, things that bring you a lot of pleasure. And again, maybe having babies. Okay. I can actually see you getting pets too. Some of y'all y'all are going to get pets. Love it. Now, October, we have the major solar eclipse in Libra. Now, around this time, this is when we hit retrograde season. So there is a little bit of a slowdown, and also like but we'll talk about that later. Now, November, I love the Sun trining Saturn and Mars, and then December, there is a really great full moon here in Gemini that I love. And so again, I'll talk about a lot of these later and how they resonate with you, including the dates, but also I'll give you the best days of every month, because not all of those things those were just the most important things that I really like for you, but I'll give you the best days of every month. There are so many great days. Now, you'll see that not only is the first 6 months of 2024, it's just a lot more happens, okay? And it's more auspicious than the latter half. Now, nothing's wrong with the latter half, but that's when we do enter retrograde season. But it's also when we see a few, squares and, oppositions. And again, any year we'll have that, right? So, but again, take all your action and your life is going to change in the first half of the year. So, with that said, let's do it. Scorpio, I'm excited. Let's see what's going on for you for 2024. This is again for Scorpio and Scorpio rising. And if you know your birth chart, right? And if you want to read for your moon, your Venus, you're absolutely welcome to. But there is so much, your life is changing. I mean, the fact that Jupiter is moving into your 8th house of like change and transformation, like it's changing big time. So really, really love 2024 for you. So let's go ahead and get started, Scorpio. See what's going on for you for 2024. Now, like I said earlier, I do a traditional Celtic Cross spread. And then also remember, don't forget, I'm going to break it down after I do your spread. And I'm going to do it quarterly. Okay. So I'm going to do it quarterly. So every 3 months, and then we're going to pull a lot more cards from there, but I will give you the really good days and whatnot. So Scorpio, let's see what's going on here. Very interesting what I'm seeing. There is going to be a little bit of when Jupiter moves into Gemini in your 8th house of transformation, it may be like a lot. Okay, you're going to be fine though. Let's just get started. Okay, you got the 4 wands, so amazing, absolutely amazing. So when I say like your life is going to change, it is going to change. You're going to start feeling the shift even as early as January. Okay, you got the 4 wands, which is all about celebration. This is milestone energy. This is a lot of domestic energy here as well. And when I say domestic, remember Pluto moving into Aquarius, and then we kicking off January with Aquarius season anyway. So it really amplifies that. But and there's also a lot of other stuff happening that. But that's your 4th house, and this has a very like domestic related emphasis on it, like getting married, getting proposed to, moving into a new home. A lot of that's like happening for y'all, Scorpio, okay? Having a baby. But also, if you are here for work, I mean, it's still wands, okay? So getting a new job, getting promoted, starting your own business. So again, a lot of great things. I absolutely love the fact that you got the 4 of wands. Now, in the heart of your spread, there you go. You have temperance. You've got temperance. This is really great. There is going to be... toward the end of the year, a lot of emphasis on money for you, by the way. It's going to start happening in May, but you will see a lot more emphasis toward the end of the year. And then I'll point out the other days that money's going to be a big thing for you. And the only reason I say that is because temperance is Sagittarius, and Sagittarius represents your 2nd house. So don't forget, we have a full moon in Sagittarius corresponding to the new moon in Sagittarius. If you're watching this reading right now, it just happened, or it's happening this week, the week that I post this video. So definitely plant the seeds and you'll see the rewards that you reap around the full moon in Sagittarius. But this is great that you have an archangel in the heart of your spread, one where it's all about just that easy flow in life. I always say it, this is just like one of those, it's just like, sure, you're going to have a lot of transformation, but it's almost like you're going to put all the pieces together, so it's easier for you. Like if there are, all elements of your life, there's a lot of harmony, a lot of balance in this card, but also a lot of intuition, a lot of like really, and that will be a big thing for you with all this Libra activity, all these eclipses in Libra and whatnot, and the South Node in Libra, right? Because that is your 12th house, right? The subconscious, but there's still a lot happening for you. I'm just going to point out, you see the sun on the archangel's forehead, like right on the pineal gland. So, that you are very, I always say it, you all very intuitive. But when Jupiter moves into your 8th house, like it's almost like amped up to a whole other level. I would not be surprised if you are like, you can predict the future. Like that's how like intuitive you'll be. But there is that just amazing like flow. Like everything's working like this entire year. It's almost like, because remember, this is a yearly forecast. This is a yearly spread. All right. Yearly. So throughout the year, it's going to be this really great flow for you. And it's really going to be to a point where it's like, you're no longer frustrated about certain things. Like everything is just working out for you. You're just going with the flow. You're enjoying life. Okay. You're enjoying life and possibly testing things out, trying new things. That may be a big thing for you actually. Especially when we head into summer. Okay. And I'm going to explain why later, but there may be some from summer to fall. But there may be some like a lot of new things that you try out too. All right. So you did get the Four of Swords in your challenge area. Now, I'm just going to point this out now. You got the Ten of Swords in your crown, and you've got the Page of Swords in the root of your spread, and then the Seven of Swords in your future. So you see it's dominated by swords here. Swords, all about truth. It's all about truth. All about truth. So being honest with yourself, seeing fairness in everything that happens. Again, a lot of that is going to be, dependent on your intuition, being in touch with your inner self, your higher self, listening to your inner voice. That's going to be a big thing. Again, don't forget you have Sagittarius, Temperance in the heart of your spread. And so it will just come more naturally to you is what I'm feeling. But let it, okay? Let it. With the Four of Swords in your challenge area. And so the Four of Swords is, it is a card of like meditation, but what's really crazy here, of course, there's always something crazy here. Four of Swords is Libra. Remember I said Libra rules your 12th house. Up here. Subconscious, hidden things, even dreams. Pay attention to your dreams. Okay. You may be getting a lot of like messages. You may be getting a lot of intuitive messages. So again, trusting your intuition is going to be a big thing for you for 2024. Okay. But also having that stillness of mind, like you could be just very restless in the way that you're thinking about things. Jupiter is moving into Gemini. Okay. Gemini is the third house, like all up here, mental, right? So a lot going on. Even, the Ten of Swords is a Gemini card. So just keep that in mind. There could be a lot like you processing a lot of things. And that could be like your thing for 2024 is like intuition versus intellect. Like where is that fine balance, right? So just keep that in mind. But it looks like there is for 2024, like overthinking, overanalyzing things, especially with the Four of Swords, which is all about meditation, stillness of mind in your challenge area. So remember, put a lot more focus inward in that energy, right? Because you have it here. It's going to be here for you all year. All right. So every time you feel that you're like over analyzing things or just being in your head a lot, reel it in. Okay. Because you got the Page of Swords. So there is a sense of like you wanting to just like, you just having so many great ideas, you being very enthusiastic, ready to go. Again, swords are the mental suits. The swords represent like logic, communication. But at the end of the day, the core of it is truth. We're always seeking truth, right? Being honest with ourselves, being honest in situations, not running away from anything that we know that we have to face, like facing our fears as well. That is going to be a big thing because Pluto, by the way, Pluto, which is your ruling planet, is a planet that I've said before. Pluto asks you, are you going to fear me? Are you going to own me? Right? It's your choice. Pluto is a very powerful planet. And so you want to own Pluto. You do actually, because it is your ruling planet. So just be in your element. That's almost like the biggest message for you is just be authentic. Just be your authentic self. But yeah, there definitely could be, also, very interesting. 10 is the end. This is a card of new dawn, by the way. I know a lot of people forget when they see this card. So yeah, there could be some moments where you are just, in your head a lot, to the point where a lot of people could be involved, because when you look at what's happening for you, there's a lot of planets in a lot of houses that involve other people. Okay. And so there could be, just moments that you have with that are where you have to learn from, if anything is challenging, whether it's work or home or family or the rock band that you're in or whatever it is. What you do, Scorpio, right? It's like whatever it is, just as long as you like learn from any of those challenges instead of just like sweeping it under the rug, that's going to serve you best, okay? Because you learn from it and then you never have to go through that experience again. But 10, like I said, is the end. It is the card of new dawn. 1-0 equals 1, new beginning. And so in order to have this new beginning, you do have to learn from why were these swords weighing you down. All right. So again, with the fact that the South Node is in Libra in your 12th house, and the card of Libra in your challenge area, being your 12th house, your subconscious, there's, 12th house is also like self-sabotage energy. So if you ever get to that point where you feel like, oh gosh, I'm not good enough, or, self-sabotaging yourself in that way, always go back to your intuition. Always go back to your intuition and be your authentic self, and you'll find that confidence, okay? And then because you do want to just get going. All right. And pages bring in all that fresh new energy. And so this is really great. It's like moving into 2024, you'll have like this different mindset about things, which is really great. Now, you did get the 7 of Swords in your future. So again, being honest with yourself, being very honest with yourself there. I'm getting like, have you ever done an escape room? Kind of like that. It's like, or even like, I know I make a lot of references to Survivor. Like you have the hidden immunity idol. I have to like strategize, like, okay, I don't want people to target me. I don't want people to know that I have this. So a lot of like strategy, especially when it comes to the 7 of Swords. But it really is, at the end of the day, with all these swords, truth, seeking the truth. And not only your external world, so there could be a lot of moments where you have to like make decisions and you have to go with your gut, but also internally as well, right? So just know that don't hide from anything, don't run from anything, face everything that you have to face, because Pluto will be in Aquarius. So a lot of it can actually do with home, a lot of it can actually do with like a partner, a lot of it can actually have something to do with like family, children, parents. So that is a big message. But just looking at everything that's happening here as well, it really is just facing any truths that you have to. Of course, the 7 of Swords also indicates that someone could be doing something to you that's like very like Machiavellian, or just something that is just like not cool. And it will be your time to make sure that person is like, caught. I mean, he is stealing swords in broad daylight. And so you can catch that person, but then that is up to you. And so it's not, I don't want you to think it's always a bad thing. It's more like, did I make this analogy? I made it an analogy of how it can even be like the fact that maybe you did move, and then it's like you bought a house or an apartment or something, that you really, really wanted, in the lease or contract or mortgage, whatever it is. It was like there's some fee added to it that the landlord added that you knew was illegal, but you're like, oh my gosh, I really just wanted like move it. I'm just gonna sign it anyway. So like throughout the year, it's like that is what's testing you, is like, I really need to confront this person. I need to find that confidence and trust my intuition, know that I'm doing the right thing. Okay. So a lot of those things, just keep that in mind. Anything could happen. Anything's possible, but you're the one who has the power. Okay. You're the one who has the power. So use it to your advantage, and always use it as a force of good. But otherwise, like, there is almost like the end of something, that's happening for you, in terms of your mindset, the way that you see things, with this new fresh mindset coming through as well. Let's get to your stuff. Scorpio, you crack me up. Hey, by the way, if you like this reading, would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Let me know what you're expecting for 2024. If you know what you think about it, we'll talk about it later. And if you are a subscriber, thanks so much for being here. Y'all are amazing. I would not be here without you, so I am truly grateful. I really do appreciate it. Holy sh! It's Cal, you're good. Oh my gosh. I did not. You're good. You're good. I can just end this reading right now just with that. Okay, you ready for this? You got the three of Pentacles. Okay, so definitely a lot of y'all are definitely gonna be. Remember how I said earlier, a lot of like with what's happening with you astrologically, a lot of you being a lot more communicative, you being working with a lot of other people. You know, your North Node, your true calling, your destiny, it moved into your sixth house. So for the entire year, you're going to be busy. You're going to be, busy. The sixth house is work. It's labor. It's like you could be like working with, getting like new projects or hiring people. I mean, you're going to be busy, but it's in a good way, in a really good way. But then look at like when you look at everything else that's happening for you, a lot of it really is like other people involved in your life, whether it is work, whether it is romance, whether it is family. I mean, there's this card at the end of the day, it is just bonding. That's truly what it is. It's bonding with others, but for success. So it can be work related. I mean, it is Pentacles, so money and wealth. But remember, Pentacles are your physical reality. So it can be just working with others for success on a project, working with others. It's just something that really fuels you. But it really is the big takeaway is that bonding that's coming through really strongly. All right. So I really love that for you. And then, hello. I can't even. I can't. Scorpio, come on. You just got the Wheel of Fortune in your external factors area. And so what this means, okay, because it not only is this it's like hitting jackpot, right? Because the Wheel of Fortune ruled by Jupiter. So this card is all about good luck, good fortune, prosperity. And as we know, for the first half of the year in your seventh house of partnerships and relationships, second half of the year in your eighth house of transformation and other people's money, shared resources. Now, the Wheel of Fortune is the card where it's like, especially where it is in your spread, it's almost as if like everything's gonna it's like you're gonna be at the right place at the right time. Like you're gonna be like, what, how did this happen? You're gonna find so much luck throughout your life throughout the year. It's like again, it's like the universe has this big plan for you, and it's like the plan for this year, again, this is a yearly spread. The plan is to like, hey, look at those Scorpios. We sent them those really hard eclipses the past few years. We really made them like go through it. So this year, why don't we, let's sprinkle a lot of like luck dust on them. You're good. You're absolutely good. The other thing is, come on. You see that it's a den too. So remember what I said, new beginnings. So there's a lot of new things that are going to be happening in your life that are just blessed with luck and prosperity. You're good. You're absolutely good. You're Scorpio. Come on. Don't mess with me here. Don't mess with me. This is amazing. And you do see the 4 fixed signs too in the corners of the wheel. You're here too. You're a fixed sign. And so you see them all reading like the book of law, the book of knowledge, a lot of wisdom. Like it's just making you a better person. Now, you did get the 2 of Pentacles. Okay. So this is really interesting. And it's really more just like finding that balance, because this is a card of imbalance, right? In the heart of your spread, you've got Temperance, which is a lot of like balance. And so it really is, again, like what did I say earlier? There was like that disconnect between like intellect and intuition, right? That it's kind of like you got to find that perfect balance. But this is also saying that there may be this year, a little bit of just balancing things out, because it looks like there's going to be a lot happening for you. Balancing things out, there may be a lot of it happening, like relationship, then moving into a place, then having a baby, and then like balancing your social life, and you just got a new job now, balancing your work life with your social life, now you just got like this huge book deal, now balancing this and that. Do you mean like, so there could be a lot happening for you, especially with your north node and that eclipse in Aries, and a lot of other things happening in Aries, especially when Mars goes into Aries, all in your sixth house. That's just being busy and productive, but really nice. And then your final outcome. I mean, who are you, Scorpio? Let me tell you something real quick, okay? This card is attributed to Virgo, all right? So this is very significant, because not only is this card of like your kingdom come, like you made it. It's the you made it card. It's raining pentacles in the form of the tree of life. So raining money, raining wealth. You see the family here, 3 generations of family at play. What did I say? Family's going to be a really big things for you. And this card is highly associated with family. And you actually kicked off your card, your spread with the 4 wands anyway. If you are here for that, okay. But there's also, look how big the castle is. Look at the harvest that's still in the card. And so very, very interesting. Remember how I said this card is attributed to Virgo? You even see the Hermit, he's made it, which is Virgo, right? Virgo happens to be your 11th house of your hopes and wishes. Scorpio, you're good. You're fine. You're good. You're absolutely good. This is you. It's like legacy energy. So you can expect a lot of that. Reaching your legacy, reaching a milestone that you've been seeking, reaching, fulfillment, especially in your physical world. Inheritance is highly, highly associated with the 10 of Pentacles, which just came up in your final outcome. And what did I say earlier? Jupiter moving into your 8th house, starting in May until June 2025. Inheritance. It could be material things too. Like you could inherit like a house, or a beanie baby, whatever you want, whatever you're looking for. So Scorpio, you're amazing. I cannot believe this is absolutely amazing. You're blowing my mind. Scorpio, let's get started. Let's break it down. Now, January, February, March, okay? Let me tell you the dates that I think are going to be that you should pay attention to. January is unlike January 2022, even January 2023, okay? Where it began kind of slow and a little murky. No. This year, 2024, we hit the ground running, okay? Because Mercury goes direct right in the beginning, okay? Because Mercury was retrograde in December. And then on January 4th, Mars moves into Capricorn. And then boom. Whew. Mars is exalted in Capricorn. And so you know how Mars is your ruling planet or your traditional ruler, and it's the ruling planet for Aries? Well, Mars is exalted in Capricorn, and exaltations are just like a notch nicer. And so Mars actually loves being in Capricorn. That would be your 3rd house. Communication is a big thing. Researching, writing, learning things. But also if you have siblings, a lot of activity there could happen. Aunts, uncles, cousins, neighbors. Okay. Remember, a lot of y'all are moving. And so there we go. There could be like new neighbors, and it's also short distance travel. So a lot of y'all could be traveling now. It really leads up to the new moon in Capricorn that we have on January 11th. Mark that down, okay? So yeah, please take notes, because this is all to guide you. And remember, it's to, help you plan out your year, let you know what's going to happen like every month for you, for the year. And so January is really more about like communicating things. I can see contracts happening around this time, signing new contracts, a lot of new beginnings around this new moon in Capricorn. And then remember, Pluto, your ruling planet, is conjuncting the new moon. I mean, so this is like boom, boom, boom. A lot of empowerment, confident energy running through your veins at this point. I love it. And then the day that is And so on the 20th, Pluto does move into Aquarius. So keep that in mind. So that's when you start feeling that shift. Okay. Start feeling that shift. Again, that's your fourth house, your domestic sector. Now, Scorpio, the best day of January will be January 28th. 3 reasons why. 1, Venus trining Jupiter. Okay. This is love. This is money. This is luck around love and money. This is expansion around love and money. And if you are single, this is the perfect day for first dates. Okay. So if you are single, this is a day to take action. Go out there, go to the bars, go to the zoos, wherever you go to meet singles, do it. Because on the same day, reason number 2, why this is one of the best or the best day of the month, Mercury will trine Uranus. Hello. Can we talk? You want to talk about this? This is a huge day of Uranus is all about breakthroughs. It's all about the unexpected. So again, this is one of those days where you could be at the right place at the right time. Obviously that will not be a thing for you if you're at home binging Love is Blind. You need to go out there, at least fire up your Tinder. If you don't do it, by the way, if you're single, if you don't do any of this, I'm sending you to Exile Island until you do. Okay. Now, and remember at this point, Mercury is in Capricorn, your 3rd house, communication. And then Uranus, your 7th house, partnerships. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? This is the best day. And this is also, it can be career too. Remember, Venus trining Jupiter, Venus is money too. So just take action this day. Now, the 3rd reason January 28th is the best day of the month is because it is my birthday. Happy birthday, me. Now, February. This is really interesting. There's going to be a day that is going to affect you the most out of all the signs. That is going to be February 13th when Mars conjuncts Pluto. Remember what I talked about conjunctions, right? Now, these are 2 very powerful planets, and Mars, again, your traditional ruler, Pluto, your modern ruler. This is going to really affect you. Really, 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 really. This is just 2 powerful planets getting together. There could be even there is a kind of like a my way or the highway energy around this one. There could be a little bit of you being that rebellious one, right? Remember I said 2024, the middle child of 2023 and 2025. A lot of the middle childs can be like a little, rebellious. And just it really amped up energy for you. Particularly use it to your advantage, please. Okay. Remember, Pluto is asking, I'm going to do some things where, you can either fear me or you can use me to feel empowered. All right. Now on the 17th, absolutely love this for you. Venus conjuncting Pluto. Oh gosh, the power, the passion, all of that, the success that comes around this day. Really great. Again, Pluto being your ruling planet. So absolutely love this. And it can be something home related because Venus is in, Venus is in Aquarius at this time. Oh, wait, actually, no, Venus is still in Capricorn. So that's still great communication. Okay. So, but it is a really great day. But what I love about this is that only just a few days later on February 21st, Venus conjuncts Mars. Y'all, you know what happens when Venus and Mars gets together. So I'm going to leave that to your imagination. I do love the 28th. I love this for you particularly because the sun's going to conjunct Mercury. Mercury's going to conjunct Saturn. Saturn's going to conjunct Saturn. I'm sorry, the sun is going to conjunct Saturn. So you see how it's like this dance happening that's just like, oh my gosh, you will be a force to be reckoned with. This is honestly so nice. Something really nice around home, family for you. Again, can be partnerships as well. But it's something that's going to bring you a lot of pleasure. Something long lasting here. Remember, Saturn is like that commitment energy we're talking about. It is the taskmaster planet. It is the planet of like hard knocks and responsibilities. But remember, Saturn's karma. And so you're rewarded through all the challenges that Saturn puts you through. But this is just a day where you're going to love Saturn. You're going to love it. Remember, Saturn's in Pisces in your 5th house of pleasure. So this is just a great day. So March. So mark this down in your calendar. March 1st, Sun sextile Jupiter, best day of the month. So this is around the time where I feel like you're going to start feeling just like, how is my life so good? Like, this is like absolutely amazing. Remember, the sun actually at this point in March is in Pisces, where Saturn and Neptune are in your fifth house of pleasure. At sextile Jupiter, the planet of good luck and fortune. Anyway, you see that that's a really great day for you. One day that, okay, so let me see here. And then on the 11th, ooh, I love this. I love this. Okay. So March 11th, definitely mark this one down, in your calendar. Why is March 11th? This is actually one of the best days for you. Okay. Venus moving into Pisces. So Venus is actually exalted in Pisces now. So we have Saturn, Neptune, and the Sun and Venus in Pisces in your fifth house of pleasure and love and romance, creativity, self-expression. Venus does represent creativity too. So absolutely love this. Venus is going to be in Pisces for a couple of weeks. So really, really great. Now, March 25th, this is when we have the big full moon lunar eclipse in Libra. This is definitely going to be, has the most serious vibe to it out of the eclipses of the year. I'm not saying it's a bad one, but again, this is in your 12th house. So there could be something that you are unrooting subconsciously. Eclipses are game changers, but they're also like eclipse people out of our lives. So it could be someone that you at this point, something regarding partnerships or relationships. Okay. So again, work or love or friends or something like your mailman. Just think one-on-one, like, right? The ice cream scooper at your favorite ice cream store, like that you secretly, I don't know, play tic-tac-toe with, like in your office. I don't know. You get what I'm saying. But there is some sort, lunar eclipses are, it's a full moon. It's a full moon times 1,000. But it's, so remember, full moons bring conclusion. But they also illuminate. So with that said, you see January, February, March are like amazing. A lot happening. Let's see what's going on for you for January, February, and March. Scorpio, where are we? Okay. Oh shoot. Okay. Wow. You got the 5 of Wands, 7 of Wands, and then the Hierophant. So, as you can see, first, if you do have children, and even if you don't, 5 of Wands here. There could be some sort of, look at what's happening here. You have the 5 of Wands, 7 of Wands, and the Hierophant. So, for the first half, for the first 3 months, for quarter one, there could be something that is a little like you have to be that person that is like a leader in a situation where there could be some egos at play, especially around that Mars conjunct Pluto. Yeah, for sure. And it could be also you. There could be something like a squabble thing, where it may be a little challenging, but it's gonna be something where you have to see it as like, let me extinguish this fire because it's not even worth my time. The 5 of Wands is all about, it's a challenge card, right? And so it being a challenge card, it's the least severe of the challenge cards. It's kids just swinging their wands in the air. And so when I was talking about children earlier, it really could be like you having to be like really like becoming like that leader and feeling empowered and having that confidence to just like y'all, like y'all. And it, again, like I said, it doesn't even have to be if you don't have kids. It could be like maybe you're a teacher, or maybe there are just, you're in a work environment where colleagues are just like rah, 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 and someone's got to be that person that says, too many egos, too many, like cooks in the kitchen. Y'all, let's just see eye to eye, okay? Because remember what I said. First, you got the 3 of Pentacles, okay? So that bonding energy, working with others energy, you're going to have a lot of that this year, okay? And so this is a card where it really is just You've got to get everyone on the same page, okay? Because this is also a big part of competition. There could be some big competition, but more of like competition of egos too. And you could be involved in some way if you don't trust your intuition, all right? So don't let that like sweep you away into this sea of like, just a lot of like, come at me energy, right? The other thing is like when you think about the word competition, if you break it down, take it all the way back to its Latin roots, it's competere, which actually means to come together. And so again, you're the one that's going to bring people together, okay? Here's the thing. People could be in January, February, March. There could be some jealousy around you, especially because you did get the 701. So it looks like whatever happens here, if it's you that's involved, all right. So if it's not you that has to be that person that's like splitting up your kids who are fighting over like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle dolls, whatever it is, it could be you involved in something where it's just like really like getting you roused up, and you're like. But it's like you defending yourself and your self-worth and your self-value and everything that you've worked hard for to this point, because you see he's defending himself, and it's not as much defense as it is drawing a line in the sand, coming after the 501s. Okay, so it's like if you've had it about something, let it be known. Okay, don't keep everything in your head with all these swords energy. Okay, don't overanalyze things. Go to your intuition. Trust your intuition. Okay, you're gonna have a lot of luck this year, so you don't want to fall into that energy. But look, you got the Hierophant, so you're gonna be absolutely fine, because the Hierophant, first, by the way, this can have to do with partnerships and relationships, all right? I'm just going to throw that out there right away. And a lot of it may be career related, okay? Keep that in mind, all right? Because you're getting these 2 Leo cards, which is your 10th house of career. And that's going to be a big thing for you. But then you got the Hierophant, which is Taurus. He's Taurus, and that's your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. So again, a lot of this could be something career, like a lot of just things that are happening in career. And if you're not here for career, 10th house is also public recognition. It's leadership. It's fame is another thing too. Okay, so you could get really famous, and when I say fame, like you could be the, if you work in an office environment, like the CEO loves you and everyone else is just like, okay, let's go get I don't like that teacher's pet. Do you know what I mean? Like that kind of energy. So people coming after you, just draw a line in the sand, but be very diplomatic about it. And you're going to be fine. You got the Hierophant. And so the Hierophant is a huge leader, all right? He's also, remember how I said you're going to be involved, like there's going to be a lot of like other people in your life, more than one, okay? Not just like you and your partner, or, like you and your, sister or something like that. Like a lot of other people are going to be heavily involved in your life in 2024. The Hierophant is not only like a big leader, big spiritual leader, full of wisdom, okay? He is a connector between the divine, our physical reality. He is the first card in the major arcanas where other people appear other than the main figure. You see the 2 monks at his feet. You even see the keys at his feet. I mean, he's wearing a triple crown. I mean, when I say leader, like this is a leader, but it really is like you, again, having all this wisdom, you being in touch with your intuition, you being even like your spirit guides, just having that energy, that's temperance energy in the heart of your spread. Okay. The other thing is that he is, when I say a leader, you need other people around to actually lead, right? It's like, that's what I'm talking about. And he is like groups and organizations heavily involved with the Hierophant card. Okay, so it could be like a group situation, group dynamics where some people don't get along, and you have to be that one that helps them get along. Maybe it's 2 colleagues like not seeing eye to eye, but again, it really can be you with the 7 of Wands in the middle here, where you come out on top. And people are a little, not happy with it because you won. It's almost like, even an analogy could be like, you're applying for a job, okay? Or no, you're applying for a promotion at your office. Everyone else is. remember competition. You're the one who gets it because you have all this luck on your side. Now everyone's coming after you because they didn't get it. And so you've got to use that moment to draw a line in the sand. Remember your self-worth, your self-value. You deserved it. That makes you all the wiser. Okay? Scorpio. Who? Oh my gosh. Okay, we're already an hour. Oh, okay. Let's do it. Okay, so April 1st. Oh gosh. Okay, so Mercury does go retrograde in Aries. All right, and so this is really big because Mercury will retrograde until 2026, the entire time. Just kidding, April Fools. Now on who am I? April 3rd, I really love Venus conjuncting Neptune. That day's gonna feel like a fairy tale. All right. Now, remember how I said April and May are the biggest dates? April 8th, new moon, total solar eclipse in Aries. Can you believe this? Mars will be sextiling Jupiter and Uranus. Again, a lot of partnership activity here with love, romance, career, the bike career that you get what I'm saying. So pay attention to this because again, this is in your sixth house of, so sixth house is everyday activities, routines, habits. It's a big house. It also, but work is a big thing here. Okay. And remember, new moons, new beginnings, new opportunities. This is an eclipse. This is going to have a lot of energy. All right. So, and the other thing is house is also health. You could start up like a new health routine. It's also pets. You get a new pet. All right. So, but remember, there's a lot of like luck and abundance and opportunity around this eclipse. Now, I also love the 19th. Not only do we enter Taurus season, sun moves into Taurus, Mercury will conjunct Venus on the 19th. Mars will sextile Jupiter, and Mars will sextile Uranus at the same time. So this is what I'm talking about. This is like those auspicious surprises that are happening throughout the year and how you're going to benefit. You're going to get all that. Like this is one of those days where it's like you being at the right place at the right time. Like you like having a sliding doors moment and, you know, like running into like Henry Cavill. And he's like, oh, I want you to be my best friend forever. And I'm going to, you know, just randomly give you $20,000 a day. Like this is like a really great day. What makes this day even better is because the day after, so a cluster of the best days of the month, on the 20th is when we have Jupiter conjuncting Uranus. Again, rare. It's been 13 years, okay? This is how rare it is. It is in Taurus. Your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. This is huge breakthrough energy, a lot of money energy, a lot of luck. You definitely just just expect your life to change because think of the powerhouse of the 19th and the 20th together. All right. So don't forget April 19th, 20th. All right. And then, you know, interestingly, we do have a full moon in Scorpio on April 23rd. This one is a little like just be open. Okay. And the only reason I say that is because it is like a lot of fixed energy, you know. You're a fixed sign. The sun's going to be in Taurus, fixed sign. Pluto in Aquarius, fixed sign. So this full moon, it's going to be in your sign. So there is going to be something you're going to be releasing, but see how it's happening after this auspicious stuff happens for you. So it's almost like there is going to be something that you will let go, okay, around this full moon. But make sure you compromise because it's almost like all these amazing things happen and it's like, too good to be true, but you have the Wheel of Fortune in your external factors area. Okay. So do not like hide, like just be honest with yourself. Like this is actually happening. And then what I also love is April 29th, Venus moving into Taurus in its domicile. And then on the 30th, Mars moving into Aries in its domicile. The next few weeks are just like you being Vin Diesel, wearing cool sunglasses, walking slowly away from an explosion. Like this is really amazing. So as you can see, April's a big month. Now, when we get to May, this is what a lot of people will be saying is the best month of the year, and I agree. It is April, May are the best months of 2024. Now, I do love May 7th, the new moon in Taurus. This is amazing. Again, in your 7,000 partnerships and relationships. So when I said, so remember when I said that this was going to be a big thing for you this year? Like, I'm not even kidding. You see that it's all happening for you there. And this is such an auspicious new moon. I mean, Venus is in Taurus, Uranus is in Taurus, the Sun is in Taurus, Jupiter's in Taurus. And then, it's the moon's in Taurus. I mean, like, it's just amazing. Okay. So I love that new moon for you. Now we come to May 18th, Sun conjunct Jupiter. Luckiest day of the year. All right. This is the luckiest day of the year. Use it to your advantage. Use it to your advantage. I also love because the same day, Venus will conjunct Uranus. So again, that's another day where if you're single, just like unexpected like moments in love, but also money if you're here for money. But it is the luckiest day of the year. The 23rd, I really, really love, and you're gonna love it. And this is when you might start seeing a lot of a lot of y'all could be just getting new jobs, a lot of new projects, a lot of things happening because on the 23rd, we have a full moon in Sagittarius, we have Venus moving into Gemini, we have Venus conjuncting Jupiter, we have Venus sextiling Neptune, and then we have Jupiter sextiling Neptune. Is this the best full moon of the year? Quite possibly. For you, it's your second house of money income. Now, what makes this interesting is on the 25th, that's when Jupiter moves into Gemini. This is a huge cycle. And so I want you to think about what happened for you back in 2012, 2013. You're going to feel echoes of that. All right. This is a 12-year cycle, Jupiter moving into Gemini. It is going to be a big thing. And this is when you start, it's in your 8th house. So Jupiter bringing good luck, good fortune, profit, expansion in your 8th house, other people's resources, inheritance, investments. You're going to have the most luck. But also remember transformation too. So as you can see, April and May, biggest month. Now we get to June 2nd, Jupiter trining Pluto. Best money day best money day of the year. Okay. Now Pluto being your ruling planet, really big deal. Okay. Now Jupiter, remember, has gone into Gemini now. All right. So your 8th house, which rules other people's resources, shared resources, money. Really love this day. Now when we get to, I do love June 4th for you. Mercury conjuncting Jupiter, Mercury trining Pluto, and the Sun conjuncting Venus. So now you see we have a Venus Cazimi on the day Mercury conjuncts Jupiter. I mean, this is best day of the month too. There's so many good days this month, June. This is a day where you could sign a new contract. You could have a lot of growth, expansion. Again, a lot of luck. Remember, Jupiter's bringing all this luck. All these conjunctions are just so amazing too. So I love this for you. And then if you want to mark June 6th in your calendar, this is going to be huge for you. New moon in Gemini. We have the Sun, the new moon. We have Mercury. We have Venus and Jupiter all in Gemini. Okay. Remember, Jupiter is also trining Pluto. So this is one of the best new moons for you. All right. And so again, this is your 8th house of other people's resources, shared resources, and transformation. So with that said, I also love, I really love the full moon in Cancer because it's happening right around, it's like a cluster of days with Venus moving into Cancer, Mercury moving into Cancer. We have a Mercury Venus conjunction, and then Sun moving into Cancer, full moon in Cancer. This is happening around the summer solstice, winter solstice in the southern hemisphere. But oh my goodness, this is all in your 9th house of spirituality. Also, publishing it could be a thing for y'all. That's what the 9th house is there, about like your belief system, your philosophies, also education. Some of y'all could be thinking, like coming to the end of learning something around this time, maybe even graduating because it is June. But in any case, this is April, May, June. Okay, so let's see what's going on for you for April, May, and June. Oh my goodness, y'all, I can't. And you're good. Oh my goodness, y'all are good. You got the Hermit, Three of Wands, Nine of Pentacles. So, Hermit, remember what I said earlier, Virgo card, okay? Your 11th house of your hopes and wishes. Now, Hermit is also doing that deep soul searching, okay? So remember, when we enter Cancer season, that's your 9th house of spirituality. That's going to be a big thing. But it is just, this is really good because it comes right after the Hierophant. Remember I said Hierophant, all that wisdom, and then you see the Hierophant. It's all gray, okay? Gray in tarot is wisdom. This is really good. So there's going to be some like deep reflective moments that you will have, especially because your life is changing around like April, May, June. And when we say life changing, what's a stronger word for that? Because it's beyond life changing. You have the Three of Wands. Like, this is all about go, go, go. This is like you go, like you're life changing. Okay. This is you going out to explore new things. Three is all about creation, the birth of new things. This is you doing a lot of self discovery too, especially coming after the Hermit. Oh my goodness. And then you're like, okay, I've learned a lot about myself. I have that spiritual insight, spiritual growth. I'm feeling it, the personal growth. Jupiter moved into your 8th house of transformation. You have this amazing flow happening in your life, and then it all leads to all this abundance. You have the Nine of Pentacles, another Virgo card. Can I remind you, Virgo rules your 11th house of your hopes and wishes. Now, the 11th house is also your social network. So groups you belong to, organizations you belong to. Remember, that is a big thing. You being interactive with a lot of people this year, making new friends, making new buzz, joining groups, maybe even starting your own. But you see Venus all over her gown. We're talking love. We're talking money. We're talking beauty. We're talking sex. Remember, sex is a big thing for y'all this year. And there are a lot of days that, especially May 25th. Did I tell you about May 25th? Not only, I did. Jupiter enters Gemini, but on the same day, Venus trines Pluto. Just keep throwing it out there for you. Now, okay, so we did April, May, June. Now we're doing July, August, September. July. Things start, remember I said the first 6 months, very different from the last 6 months. So July, I still really love. One thing that I love for you, remember I explained all that Cancer energy that's happening at the end of June? Well, on the 5th, we have a new moon in Cancer. Remember these new moons, you have to manifest. You have to plant seeds, all right? So I really love this for you. I love this new moon particularly because Mars will be really harmonious here. And with all these planets in Cancer, I mean, it's so nice. Again, your 9th house, spirituality, education, long distance travel, publishing. So plant some seeds, Scorpio. Pay attention to July 15th. Mars is going to conjunct Uranus. It's going to happen again later. This is that rebellious energy. This will have to do with partnerships and relationships for you. And it is, again, that my way or the highway. So it's how you use it, okay? How you apply this to your life. Okay, and so now we're moving to August. So just know July 5th is the best day. I'm just looking through and seeing if there's anything else, and it's like, no. August for you, there are some things that I do definitely want you to know. So this is when I feel like you're gonna start having big moments in career. August 4th, especially with a new moon in Leo. Jupiter and Mars are in such great alignment around this time, and this new moon in Leo is in your 10th house, okay, of career, public recognition. Some of y'all could start becoming like really famous around this time, by the way. But it could be like the dream job if you're looking for that, because on the same day, Venus does move into Virgo. And as I explained, that's your 11th house of your hopes and wishes, okay? And so on the 7th, best day of the month, August 7th, Sun sextiling Jupiter. I love it because Mercury will also conjunct Venus this day. Just really great time to like socialize, be friendly. A lot of people from the past too, because at this point, Mercury will be retrograde. I love the 14th when Mars conjuncts Jupiter. This is you taking a lot of action toward the things that you want and finding a lot of luck in it, expansion in it. Another thing that I should bring up is that Gemini is the twin. So you're going to see that a lot of things happen to you in twos. Like you get 2 offers here. You could have 2 suitors to choose between if you're dating. You could have two houses that you really love. Like you're gonna see that a lot in 2024. Now, what else is going on? That a day that I do want you to watch out for is August 19th. Okay, this is when Jupiter will square Saturn, and so this is just like a tough square, but we will obviously talk more about it later. It does happen on the same day as a full moon in Aquarius. Okay, so this can be something home related, but just keep it in mind that just a day to just be on guard. On guard. We have Venus trine. Hold on, let me just see. Yeah, again, Venus trine Pluto again on August 29th. There you go. Throwing it out there. That's your passions. That's your passions. That's, you know what that is. Okay. So September, we start going into retrograde season. And then this is also when we're getting a little bit more oppositions and squares. So there is like kind of like a slowdown energy, but there's still some like really great things that are happening. I really September may be the most like out of all the months, it's just like the one where it's just like, but I actually do love September 17th, that full moon partial lunar eclipse in Pisces. That one is, I do like that. And again, that's going to be your fifth house of love, of pleasure, romance, children, family. So Saturn is going to conjunct the full moon here, full moon lunar eclipse. And so it will bring a little bit of stability. And I do like that Pluto and Uranus are in good alignment to Neptune, which is in Pisces, as well as actually the sun. And yeah, so I do like this full moon in Pisces. Now, best day of this month would be September 19th when the sun trines Uranus. This is just like surprises, really great surprises could come through around this time. Surprising moments. You could have like really big breakthroughs. I do not want you signing any contracts on September 20th. That's when the sun is opposite Neptune. Oh, and then I do love September 29th when Mars trines Saturn. Those are the two malefic planets in a great aspect. So, okay, now let's see what's going on for you for July, August, and September. You're good. You got the Eight of Cups, you got the Seven of Pentacles, and then you got the Ace of Cups. All right. So definitely, hey, we have eclipses, and you see an eclipse happening here in the background. So there is going to be something you're walking away from, as you can see, but with like passion and power and that confidence to walk away from something that, because you know something's better for you. And as you know, eclipses often do eclipse something from our lives. One other thing that I do want to mention is that remember that lunar eclipse in Pisces, your fifth house. This card is attributed to Saturn in Pisces, and it is an eclipse. So pay attention to that lunar eclipse in Pisces that's going to happen. All right. Now you have the Seven of Pentacles. Really great. It's because it does look like, look, you got the Ace of Cups. So that's why I'm saying like you're really good. It does look like there is going to be something you're leaving, and you're going to be maybe questioning like, is there something that I've invested to in up until this point? You may be in your head about that, especially because we are entering like retrograde season. A lot of planets are retrograde. And so that is a window to the past. So really thinking about the next step. All right. So you see that there's going to be changes happening in your life, and it is going to be the best thing for you. Ace of Cups. Ace is ushering in new change, new beginnings, new opportunities. I pointed out some new moons I love for you. I pointed out, even the eclipses, with when something ends, something new begins. And so cups, emotions, love, feelings, wonderment, intuition's a big thing. But yeah, a lot of y'all could be moving into like dream jobs around this time. You could find I'm getting like more also like relationship stuff is still happening for y'all, the like really deep transformative moments, like ascension in that area. One other thing before I forget, did I even tell you that 2024 is a year of 8? In numerology, 8 is wealth, abundance, success, Hey. And yeah, a lot of y'all are going to have babies, by the way. Did I mention that? Okay, so let's keep going. And if not you, someone in your family or someone that you know, it's going to be a thing. It's going to be a thing for sure. Now, here we go. October 2nd. Okay, shoot. October 2nd. Sorry, this is so long. Okay, October 2nd. We kick it off on October 2nd, new moon solar eclipse in Libra. Now, Venus will conjunct Uranus on this day. So this is game changing. You better mark this in your calendar. This one's really big. All right. So really good. It's one of those where you could get really good surprising news. Okay. I do love October 4th when Venus trines Saturn. This is like, again, if you are single, this is a day where you can meet your soulmate. So if you don't go out there, and the reason why is because October 4th and then October 8th. So October 4th, Venus trines Saturn, Saturn bringing that stability. On October 8th and commitment energy. October 8th, Venus trines Mars. I already told you what happens when Venus and Mars get together. So there you go. And again, this can even be if you're in a relationship, like just feeling like now you feel like that soulmate energy, that taking it to a whole other level. Mercury will trine Jupiter on that same day on October 8th. So you could have like these really amazing conversations. You can even sign like contracts around this time too, if you're not here for love or romance. It's career wise too. Now, best day of this month, October 13th, Sun trining Jupiter. Best day of the month, hands down. And then interestingly enough, Mercury moves into your sign that day. All right. So we are, what else is happening that I want you to know? Well, we enter October 22nd, your birthday season. Happy birthday. Here's the thing, Scorpio. The sun, it will square Pluto that day. So it can be just a little challenging, okay, with that square. Just keep that in mind. But it's just around that time. And so the one thing that I do love for you, and this is going to be one of the biggest days of the year for you, November 1st, new moon in your sign. Now, why is this going to be a big new moon? Is because Mars will be in Cancer, Neptune will be in Pisces, Mercury will be in your sign. So you see all water signs, right? We have this golden triangle. And all the other planets are just in really good placements. So yeah, is this one of the best new moons of the year for you? For sure. Yeah. And then I do love November 4th, when the sun trines Saturn. Oh, please start something new. If you haven't around the new moon, start something new around this time. But looking at what's happening here, it just looks like there is going to be something really significantly new happening already for you. But definitely plant seeds around that new moon. Okay, so November will be a big month for you. And then I do love November 27th when the sun trine Mars. Ooh, this is a day where you may just feel really good. Remember, Mars is in Cancer, and that is like spirituality. Oh wait, actually, Mars moved to Leo at this point. Oh yeah. So, this is when like a lot of y'all it's like you just feel really alive. The sun trine Mars. Mars is in Leo, in your 10th house of career, fame, public recognition. So you could be getting like, remember, you're already moving along on this platform where you're becoming a lot more influential. But on the last day, on the 30th, that new moon in Sagittarius, holy cow. Like this, speaking of cow, this is like cash cow day. Remember, Sagittarius is your second house of money, salary, income. This is a new moon and a very auspicious one and one of the best ones of the year. So keep that in mind. Now, December, I want you to know that Mars does go retrograde, okay? On the 6th, and we will talk about this a lot more in a year from now. But it goes retrograde up until like 2025 for a couple weeks. Okay, until February, so months. But it is, and this is why I'm bringing it up to you and speaking a little bit more about this for you than other signs, because if you are here for career, Mars is going retrograde in Leo. Okay. So that is, it's almost like just a little bit of a slowdown in career and, you being like insta famous or whatever, just a little bit of slowdown. Okay. But I do like December 15th, the full moon in Gemini. This is one of the great full moons that I was talking about. So definitely just know that there is going to be some things illuminated as part of your transformation. But the best day of December, December 19th, when Venus trines Jupiter. Ooh, just a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. And so that's it. Let's see what's going on for you for October, November, and December. And happy birthday, Scorpio, around this time. I love it. Now, oh my gosh, you're good. Oh my goodness. Okay, so you got the King of Swords, you got the Ace of Wands, and you got the Strength card. How interesting is that? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So you got the King of Swords. Now, I already love this for you because this is that power. This is that authority. Pluto moving into Aquarius is a huge thing for you. Pluto being about power and authority and control and, like empowerment, and King of Swords being Aquarius. So again, a lot of you could just be like powering up, like feeling very empowered around this time, especially coming after that Ace of Cups. Okay, something just really big and beautiful happening in your life to the point of tears. All right, that's what we're talking about here, because you also got the Ace of Wands. Okay, so you've got these two aces. Ace of Wands looks like some of y'all maybe. Now, here's the other thing is like, yes, you're having a transformative year, but you're having a transformative year during a year where there's a lot of cycles within cycles. And so it's another big cycle happening with the Ace of Wands. Aces ushering that new change. Wands career related, but also your passions. Okay. But remember, I said plant seeds around this time. You'd see the leaves sprouting from that wand. All right. So definitely take action with that. And then I love the fact that you got the Strength card, especially because I explained Mars moving into Leo is going to be a big thing. And this card is ruled by Leo. So it's almost like Mars and Leo may be good for you. All right. Just again, this is all about tapping into that like inner strength, inner having that courage, and one of two people that have the sign of infinity over their heads, so that infinite possibilities and unlimited potential that come with that strength that you have, that empowerment that you already have with the King of Swords. So with that said, Scorpio, wow, what a year for you. That the most like pay attention to, that's like what's running the show here, okay, for 2024. The fact that you got Temperance in the heart of your spread, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. And then the Wheel of Fortune, your external factors area, final outcome, the 10 of Pentacles. So you're good, Scorpio, and I love you. You're amazing. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'll see you next week. Bye.